this one move, like I'm not joking. This one move, not playing knight to f4, was probably the most important like literally the most important mistake of my, or most important mistake or best thing I ever did in my life.
In the world of chess,
okay,
a super tournament is an elite event that brings together the absolute strongest players on the planet.
Okay.
Think of it as the Champions League or the Grand Slams of the chess world.
Oh, this is going to be
These
good.
aren't your average club tournaments. They're where the grandmasters, especially those with
this
ratings typically above 2,700 feet ELO, often unofficially called Super GMs,
this is going to be a good video, I'm sure.
Out. Examples of current and historical chess super tournaments include the Tata Steel Chess Tournament,
but this
Norway
is
chess,
fine because this is just literally
Cup,
tournaments. This is
part
all
of the
good.
Grand Chess Tour, the Candidates Tournament, which
good.
determines the challenger for the World Championship, and the World Chess Championship itself. Have you ever wondered which chess player has won the most titles in the strongest chess tournaments? Meet the players with the most brilliant minds who have won elite tournaments from the mid-19th century to the present day.
Here we go. $1.5. Okay, I'll put on 1.5. There we go. Okay. Adolf was a very popular name. Adolf was a very, very popular name. Up until someone kind of ruined the name. It was a very popular name for a long time. I don't know what super tournaments means though either. Wait a second. Someone said modern day chess players will modern day beasts crush us. You might not know this, you guys, but in the 1900s, people couldn't travel. You had to get on a boat and travel across the ocean. Like there were no vehicles to even go from place to place. You had to go in like a horse carriage. Like it's kind of hard to have that many chess. It's hard to have like more than probably 3 chess tournaments a year because you can't travel. Like, come on, seriously. Yeah, just walk. Just take your bag and walk like a couple hundred miles, or you accidentally get on the RMS Titanic and you kind of die. There's that too. Yeah, you're right. They had steam trains. You're right. That's true. They did. Jose Raul. Now the list should start going up because of Jose Raul. Oh, there's Lasker, of course. Lasker, and then I assume Jose is going to jump up the list. I don't think I'll be on the list because probably classification, what a super tournament is, won't make it.
I've been cynical, oh so cynical. Never thought somebody could save me from another fall, from another scar. But I'm all healed.
Yeah, Jose should start taking over, right? Yeah, Jose Raul starts taking over. Aliekin, another world champion.
Like there's nothing left in my way. So if I ever lose my mind, I'll be fine, cause you're my silver lining. And if my world comes crashing down, I'll be fine, cause you're my silver lining. Yeah, you shine like a ray.
Yeah, it should start picking up. I'm gonna turn off the captions. It should start picking up pretty soon, I think.
I'm alright again, like a child again. Now the universe is a wonder. I don't care where we go, don't care what we do, as long as you're with me and I'm with you. I couldn't see colors, it was all in gray, till you showed me every shade.
Okay, Miguel Najdorf, great player. Kara's one of the best players to never be world champion, if not the best.
I'll be fine, cause you're my silver lining. And if my world comes crashing down,
yeah, you're gonna get Karpov and Kasparov who are just killing it pretty soon. Where's Robert James? We should see Robert James soon. Fortunately, I mean, legend of the game also. We should see Robert James soon. But actually, Robert James might not be on the list because he was like a shooting star. Let's see if we see Robert James. Yeah, no Robert James. No Robert James Fisher on this. Wow.
I'll be fine, 'cause you're my
Yeah, now we're gonna see
silver
Karpov show up very
lining.
soon and
And if
just
my
start
world comes
dominating. Yeah,
crashing
here he
down,
comes. Here comes
I'll
Karpov.
be fine,
Here comes
'cause you're
Karpov,
my
right to the
silver
top of the
lining.
list.
Mm-hmm.
Right to the
I'll
top
be
of the
fine,
list.
'cause you're
Yeah.
my silver lining. Mm-hmm.
Now we'll see Gary. When does Gary enter the
I'll be
list?
fine, 'cause you're
Gary
my
should enter the
silver
list somewhere
lining.
soon, like around 86. 86 or 87, I would guess. Maybe 89? No, still not entering. Oh, there's Gary. Ooh, right up the list. There goes Gary. Right up the list. Gary's gonna gap very quickly here. Yep.
Now I feel like summer on a rainy day, like there's nothing left in my way.
There goes Gary. Gary Chust, the GOAT.
I'll be fine, 'cause you're my
Whoa,
silver
Vishy jumped up there out of nowhere
lining. And
too.
if my world comes crashing down, I'll be fine, 'cause you're my silver lining. Yeah, you shine like a
I don't know what super tournament classification they're using, but
cutting darkness out of my
okay.
life.
Kramnik up to 20.
I'm alright again, like a child again. Now the universe is a wonder.
Magnus should show up pretty soon too, but I don't know what the classification is for super tournaments. Because Karpov won more than 50 events for sure.
I couldn't see colors, it was all in gray, till you showed me every shade.
Like the classification is much easier now than it was back then, but I thought Karpov won like 100 tournaments or something.
So if I ever lose my mind, I'll be fine, 'cause you're my silver lining.
I don't know what the classification is of a super tournament, that's the problem.
I'll be fine, 'cause you're my silver
Fabiano at 23 looks suspicious. Wait. Fabiano at 23 looks really suspicious, actually, at the end of this video. No? Let me skip ahead. Let me put this at regular speed. No, Fabiano at 20 looks really suspicious. Because like if Fabiano's went 20, that doesn't look right. No, I shouldn't be on this list, but I don't know what their classification is. Because Fabiano with like 20 plus, I don't think Fabiano's won 20 super tournaments. He's probably won like something like 10 objectively. Definitely not 20. But anyway, okay, that was fun. Let's cover one more video. Let's see, what's this next one? Okay.
The world of chess, a timeless battle of minds, a game where strategy, tactics, and sheer brilliance converge. Over the
here
decades,
comes
a
some
pantheon
ratings.
of chess titans has emerged, shaping the
This
course
should
of the
be
game.
good.
From the legendary
Robert
Bobby
James.
Fischer,
Robert
Anatoly
James.
Karpov, and Garry Kasparov to the modern-day Magnus Carlsen. These are the minds
No.
that have captivated-
Actually, for anybody who's wondering if I'm salty, I'm not salty. But the thing is, I don't know what the classification is because I feel like if Fabiano is 20, I should have something like 10 or something. Because I won 5 U.S. championships. The American Cup should be considered a super tournament. So that's why I'm a little bit skeptical of the list because I don't know what the classification is. Because Fabiano, I was under the impression he's won what? He's won a couple Tata Steel. He's won like 2 or 3 Tata Steels. He's won 2 Norway chesses, which is like 4 or 5 U.S. championship. I assume they must count, but I don't know. Anyway, this should be good. Let's watch the ratings.
Join us on a visual odyssey as we delve into the top 15 chess players year by year from 1967
Here comes
to
Bobby.
2025.
Let's put this 1.5. Bobby, the Dominator. Oof, 2780. Nice. The GOAT. The GOAT. Then you hit 75 and he went inactive and after that just vanishes. Michael Tal is the GOAT. I mean, Michael Tal was a good player, but probably not the GOAT. Ooh, Korchnoi, the other GOAT. Okay, there's Michael Tal. Wow, actually, you know, I didn't realize that Michael Tal was number 2, and I didn't realize that Michael Tal was number 2 in 1980. That actually I didn't know. I thought Tal was up there like, you know, in the early 60s when he played. It was like 1961, right? When he played against Michael Botvinnik, if I remember correctly. I didn't realize he was number 2 in the world in 1980. That's actually pretty impressive. That's really impressive. I didn't know that he was number 2. It's Michael? Yeah, I know it's Michael. What are you talking about? Okay. Okay, there comes Gary in 83. Okay. So I wonder how many of these people have I played? How many people have I played on this list? I'm curious. Okay, I played Gary, I played Karpov, I played Leboyevich. Didn't play any of these next groups. I played Timon. I never played Spassky. Obviously, I never saw Prosian. Of course, I played Yasser. So I've already, how many on this list I play? I played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 of 15, which isn't bad considering this is like 1981 or something. Yeah, I played 1/3, 33% of people on the list from 1983. That's pretty amazing, actually. Here comes Gary just to dominate the list. Nigel Short now on the list. By the way, this is kind of sad. If I go back 1 second, let me just pause this right here. You know what's really sad about this list? Also, because I saw it and the other day was there was the British Championship, and it's really sad to see how British chess is not what it once was. Because if you look at this list, this is 1988. There were 3 British players in the top 15. You had John Nunn, Jonathan Spielman, and Nigel Short, who are all great chess players. Of course, Nigel would play for the World Championship in '93. And now when you look at the British chess scene, there's no one even remotely close to that. So it's kind of sad actually to see how the great empire has fallen. Yep, there's Nigel right up there at the end of 89. Yeah, 2,700 chess would be very small. There's like 2 players. That's it. 2 players. Okay, you get Boris Gelfand. So 91, you have 3 players. Now you've got still 3 players over 27. Oh, you guys, many people here probably don't know this, but for a period of time when Garry Kasparov left FIDE to create his separate breakaway PCA group, FIDE was so petty that they removed Garry from the FIDE list. So like when you look at this list, this is why you don't see Garry here, because like when Garry broke away from FIDE, they're like, you know what, our punishment for that is that we're not going to have your rating listed. For anyone who's wondering why you don't see Garry here, that's what FIDE did. So FIDE has always been very, very petty. And they've always tried to stick it to people who want to do something different. Yeah, people probably didn't know that. That's why Garry was not on the list. Yeah, like see, there's no Garry here, even though he's clearly the best player in the world. See, he's removed in 1994 also. But now there's some serious. There's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players over 2,700. You didn't know that? Yeah. That's actually what FIDE did. That's what they did. Okay, 1998 looks pretty. Still not that many. Only 8 people. Yeah, now you have what, 11 people? Okay. 2000, there should be 2000, still only 10 people. Now there are 12 people. 2002, it's gonna get pretty crowded. Yeah, so okay, 13. Nigel was great. Gada Kamsky was also an amazing player. Gada was a great player. Like it's unfortunate people don't realize how good he truly was at his peak, but he was an amazing chess player. Okay, 15 people. 2851 was Gary's peak. I mean, just an amazing peak. Yeah, now you have Michael Adams, another British player. Actually, they didn't correct the flag, so Vaughn represented Armenia at this time. He didn't represent the US, but still. Okay. I should show up pretty soon on this list, right? Do I show up in 2011 maybe? Maybe in 2011 I show up? Yeah, there we go. 2011 I show up, number 10. 2012. There's one period in 2013 when I vanished, I think, but still here, yeah. You know what's really funny is I'm going to vanish from this list in 2019. Yep, number 5, yeah. Actually, like, you're probably wondering why I'm a little bit pensive, but it's just because like it reminds me of like the old days. It just reminds me, it's like in my memory, I'm thinking about these years a little bit because it's so long ago. There I am, 2018, 2781, and then 2019, the wheels came off. Yep, 2019, you guys, there it was. I was on the list from 2010 till, or 2011 till 2019, and my rating vanished, and that was the end. That was the end of my professional chess career. That was the end of my professional chess career. That was it, right? That was the end. That was the end of my professional chess career. Tell us an interesting story. Well, I'll tell you guys, okay, you want an interesting story? I'll tell you an interesting story very specifically. So there's one game that was probably the most important game of my career. And so very briefly, because I mean, I don't need to intersplice with this, but I'll pull it up anyway. There was a very specific game that I played in the Isle of Man in October of 2018. October 27th, 2018. This was, I believe, round number 8, if I'm not mistaken, or I think it was round 8 of 9 at the Isle of Man. And the 8th round, I was playing against Arkady Nidich. We played a game. I had the black piece. If I win this game, I probably am going to go on to win the tournament. I'm just going to skip ahead to one moment. There was this one moment right here. And it was in this moment, I think it was this moment, I did not play the move knight to f4. And had I played that move knight to f4, yes, the line, was it knight f4 here, or was it next move? Wait a second. Was it knight f4? No, it's, wait a second. Where was it? Let me skip ahead. Yeah, very specifically here. I think the correct move is to play knight to f4. White goes queen c4. Or wait, no, is this wrong? Wait, no, maybe this is wrong. No, it was this move. One move later after king g7, bishop c5. And it was in this moment, in this game, let me make sure the board's correct. If I had played this move knight to f4, I would probably have won this game because the correct line is rook d7, takes, king f2, rook d5, king f4. And in this position, I missed a critical move in my analysis, which is I can play this move a6. I saw the move a5, but after moves like a4 and b4, for example, I thought this a pawn was going to rush up the a file potentially. I wasn't sure what was going to happen in this endgame, so I only saw a5. Had I seen the move a6, after which I'm going to capture the pawn on d7, I almost certainly go on to win this game and win this tournament in the Isle of Man. And if I win this tournament, I probably never end up streaming at all. And the reason I say that is because when I lost this game to Nidich, what happened is it meant that I could no longer win the tournament. That same tournament, I actually had a dinner with Danny's Wrench, where he spoke about streaming. And when I lost this game, I was devastated because it meant I couldn't win the tournament. It made me feel very bad about myself. I was not very happy with the direction of where my chess was going. And so because I did not play this move knight to f4 against Nidich, I went on to lose this game. And when I lost this game, what it meant is I didn't win the tournament, and then as soon as the tournament ended, I came back to the United States and I decided to stream the World Championship match between Fabiano Caruana and Magnus Carlsen, which was starting I think maybe a week later, and that was sort of the beginning of me becoming a streamer. So this game was arguably the most important game of my career. Also for a second reason, which is that since we're talking about investing, when I lost this game, I made a tilt buy. I bought this stock, which at the time was $2 or a little over $2. It was called OPHT at the time. Later, the symbol would change to ISEE. And I bought the stock after I lost this game. It was like 9 p.m. local time, or like a little before, like 8:30. So I bought it right before the close. And that stock, which I bought in the low $2, would eventually get bought out in the middle of 2023 by Estella Pharmaceuticals at $40 a share. So there were two very important things. First of all, I made the best investment of my life. But then secondarily, also for streaming, it was very, very critical because I never would have streamed had I won this game and won the tournament. So this game was really probably the most important game of my entire career by far. There's no other game that was even close to it. So this game that I lost was the best loss. It was the best game of my career by far. Had the most impact on my on what I would go on to accomplish. So that's a little story for anybody who's wondering about it. I did sell some of my shares at $4, but I held more than half the shares all the way to the buyout in 2023. So let's keep going. Okay, this is 2019. I've fallen off the list, but I start streaming, and then I'm still missing. I should thank my opponent, of course. I should thank Nidich. This is the most important loss of my career. There's Ali Reza. Wow, I still am not on the list in 2022. There I go. 2023, I return. Yep. 2024. Oh, they didn't update it. They cheated me. I'm still listed as number 3. I've been number 2 for like 4 months. That's so wrong of them. They cheated me. I should be number 2. How dare them? They got it wrong. How dare them? You would never read this chat. Yeah, like literally this one move, like I'm not joking. This one move, not playing knight to f4 was probably the most important like literally the most important mistake or best thing I ever did in my life. If I don't play knight f4, I would not be here today streaming. I'm just telling you, I would not be streaming today because if I win the tournament, what happens is I would have been feeling good about myself. I thought, why am I gonna waste time doing this stupid streaming stuff? It's a waste of my time. So like no cap, like legitimately not playing knight to f4, not putting my knife on f4 f5 was the best move of my entire career. Best move of my entire career. Best move. Not even close. Best move I ever played in the game of chess. Best move. So all right, well, that was a fun video, you guys.